Okay, today we see one more example based on PIPO method. PIPO method. From the following information, prepare stores ledger showing the issue of material A on PIPO method during January 1983. January 1983. Okay. Material name is A. You write the material A in the uh, heading. So 1st January opening balance 500 kg at the rate of 1 is there. It comes in the balance column. Order 250 kg, date 10, order 250 kg by purchase order number 75, material expected on 25th January. Order placed for 250 kg, but the expectation of the receiving the material is 25th January. 10th January order placed only. 10th January order placed only. Material not received, not issued. Okay, material neither received nor received. Okay, therefore, this entry will not be made in the store ledger. You have to enter in the store ledger only when you receive the material or issue the material from the store. Remember this point very carefully. Only when you received material in the store as a storekeeper, you record in the receipt column. If you issue the material from the store to the production department or to someone, you record in the issue column and balance sheet. Okay. So in the on 10th January, there is no receipt or issue, only order placed. Therefore, that transaction will not be recorded in the store ledger. And 18th January, issue of 125 kg is there. Requisition number 250. Requisition number is 250. So you issued the material. So it comes in the issue side, issue column. In the issue column, you write the issue and balance sheet. Then 21st January, received 150 kg from the purchase order number 75 at rupees 1 rupees 10 paisa per kg. You see that. Receive is there. How many kg? 150 kg received. So you record in the receipt column. Rate applicable is 1 rupee 10 paisa. Okay. Order number is there 75. Purchase order number 75. So you record the purchase order number in the number column. Okay. Then 25th again ordered 250 kg. 250 kg by purchase order number 90. Purchase order number is 90. And material expected on 5th February. In this case also, order placed, but not the material received. Okay. On the date of order placed, there is no entry in the store ledger. Remember this. Store ledger. Only when receive is there or issue is there, you record in the store ledger. Okay. Out of these 5 transactions in January, out of 5 transactions in January, balance is to be recorded. 18th issue you record and 21st 150 kg received is to be recorded, and whatever order placed date are there. Order placed are not to be recorded in the books. Okay, only 3 transactions. January 1st, January 18, January 20, 1 you record receipt, issue and balance. And come to the January 20, sorry, February. February 1st issued 175 kg. You issued 175 kg in February. Therefore, you record in the issue column by writing the number. Then next, again receipt is there, 200 kg, you record in the receipt column, writing the number and rate, receipt column. Then February 20, 5 kg received, 5 kg received on January 21 through purchase order number 5 were returned to vendor. 5 kg received on 25th January, returned to vendor. Return to vendor means issue is there. And 20th February, sorry, 5 kg received on 20, 5 kg received on 21st January. 21st January, you received at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa. Okay. If this 1 rupee 10 paisa is in your balance column, you return at 1 rupee 10 paisa. Otherwise, issue at present method. Okay. This is the point. 5 kg received, it is not received, it is received on January 21st. It is a return to vendor. Return to vendor is to be recorded in issue column, and blindly you looking at the received, don't enter in the receive column. Next, come to the March. For March 1st, 100 kg received, you record in the receipt column. March 15, issue is there, you record in the issue column. March 20, department Z return to store comes to a receipt column. Okay, on the basis of Z. Then next is issued 125 kg through requisition number 300, you record in the issue column. Okay. So if issue is there, you record in the issue column. Receipt is there, record in the receipt column, taking into consideration of all the facts. Okay. Okay, now you see the store ledger. This is the store ledger, FIFO method. Material name is A. Write the heading required maximum level, minimum level, reorder levels. This is the format. I put the numbers, you don't worry that. First date is, it is January 1st. You write the January 1st. J means January 1st. Opening balance is there. You write the opening balance 500, rate of 1, 500. Okay, 500 is the 1st January date. And 10th January is date ordered but not received. Ordered but not received. So don't enter in the store ledger. And 18th is issue. So you put underline for the balance column and take the quantity. 18 is the date, number is 250. You put the number. Requisition number is 250. Quantity issued 125 at the rate of 1. That is 125. Balance is 375 quantity. Rate is 1. Amount is 375. Okay, 18th completed. Then 21st receive is there. You record in the receipt column. In the receipt column, you write the number 75. Number 75 is there. Okay. 75 number you write. Then rate is 1 rupee 10 paisa. Amount is 165. Then take to the balance column. In the balance column you write it. Then after 21, 25th is again ordered. Order is not to be recorded. You don't record in the order. Okay. So 25th is not related to the store ledger. Order placed is there. So receipt or issue is not there. Next come to February 1st. You put the underline and February 1st is issue. So you write the date February 1st, number 200. Number 200, issue is 175. You issue 175 from the first lot. 175 at the rate of 175. Balance is 200 from the first lot at rupee 1, 200. Second lot 150 at the rate of 1.10, 165. Clear? Then come to the next. Received 200 units. So in the receipt column, you write the date 10, number is 90, 200 quantity received. 200 quantity received, rate is 1 rupee 20 paisa. Okay. Then amount is 240. Take to the balance column. 200 rate of 1.20, amount is 240. Clear? Then after 10th, 20th, 5 kg received on January 25th, return to vendor. Return to vendor means issue. Return to vendor is a issue. So you put underline, write the rate 20, rate R. R means return. Return to vendor. I put R in the number column. 20 date, quantity is 5 kg, rate is 1.10, 5 rupees 550 paisa. Now you write the balance. Okay, this is to be taken on the basis of clear picture. Once again, I'll see. Once again, you see here 5 kg return to vendor. It is purchased on 20. You see here first. This is 5 kg. This is purchased on 21st. January 21st. January 21st is 150 kg purchase. Its rate is 1 rupee 50 paisa. You have to see this. If this 1 rupee 50 paisa is in the balance column or not. If this 1 rupee 10 paisa, 1 rupee 10 paisa is in the balance column. Okay. Therefore, you issue at the 1 rupee 10 paisa. 1 rupee 10 paisa. 1 rupee 10 paisa. 1 rupee 10 paisa. Otherwise, you follow the issue method. 5 rupees 50 paisa. Balance is 200 at the rate of 1, 200. Then out of 155 you issued, 145 remained at 1.10. 50, 159.5. Remaining 200 at the rate of 1.2, 240. Clear? This is the balance quantity. Then after January 20th February, next date is March 1st. March 1st, there is 100 kg received is there. So you write the date in the date column, March 1st. Its number is 75. Number 75, 100 quantity purchased, 100 quantity purchased at the rate of, a rate is not given here. Received 100 kg being balance purchase order number 75. At what rate you purchase the 75 number? 75 number purchased at 75 number purchased at rupees 1.10. The same rate is applicable here. 1.10. So amount is, sorry, just a minute. You see it's 100 units received being balance quantity of 75. 75 order. 75 order is 150. That is 1 rupee 10 paisa. 1 rupee 10 paisa is there. So you have to take at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa. 100 at the rate of 1.10. This 1.10 taken on the basis of 75 number rate. Okay, 110. You take to the balance column. In the balance column 110. These are the balance quantity. 1, 2, 3, 4 balance quantities are there. I'll go to next page. Okay. Then March 15 is there. Issue is there. So I'll issue the quantity. Issue number is March 15, 250 number. Quantity issued is 100 kg. 100 you issue from the first lot. Then balance is again 100 quantity, 1 rupee rate. Okay, you can see that if you want to see. You see, out of 200, 100 issued, balance is 100. Okay, and remaining quantity you have to put same. Okay, 45, 145 rate of 110, 200 rate of 1.20, then 100 rate of 1.10, again 110. These are the material balance. Then March 15, after March 15, 20th March. 20th March return is there, return to store. You have to take return 20 units issued to Z. You issued to Z on 15th March itself, March 15th March. That is the 1 rupee per unit. So Z issued at 1 rupee per unit. You return take at 1 rupee rate. Okay, you see here. For this, it is issued on March 15, Z. Its rate is 1. This rate you take here, 1 rupee. Then amount is 25 rupee. Then go to balance. 25 the rate of 1, amount is 25. Then last is 30th. 30th there is a issue. Okay, you issue the required. Quantity required is 300. You issue 300 quantity. Sorry, not 300. Number is 300. Number 300. Issued quantity is 125. First you issue returned quantity 25 units. Then you follow the method. 25 at the rate of 125. Then next is 100 at the rate of 100. 125 completed. Write the balance. 145 at the rate of 1.10. 159.5. 200 at the rate of 240. Then 100 at the rate of 1.10. 110. Okay, these are the balance quantity. These are the balance quantity. Then you take the total. Total quantity is 445. Then you don't write the rate. Amount is 509. I copied this. You don't write the rate. I cancel it. You don't write this rate. Only quantity column, amount column, you take the total. Okay, thank you. We'll see tomorrow.